You are tuned into the hippest radio station in the Tri-Cities area. This is Walk the Beat Radio on 103.5 WAWL. I'm your host for today, Elijah Russ. I'm here with Chris Weiser and Dan Cannon, some fantastic musicians in the area. Before we get started, I have a few people to thank. Big Signs, DeBoer Bauman and Company, Quality Hardwood Floor Installation, and Ricinga Building Center. So thank you guys very much. So, what's up, fellas?
How you doing, Elijah?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really well, man.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Both of you.
Thank you.
Nice
to be here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of work done for you this year. I'm excited to tell people about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited as well.
So what's up, man?
Well, we just finished recording a couple of months ago a 10-song CD. It's going to be ready for release here in the next couple of weeks, we hope, and looking forward to sharing the music with anybody that has an interest in it. And
oh, they're gonna love it. If you love all different kinds of music, you're gonna love this album.
Well, thank you, Elijah.
I think there's everything on there.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I've been telling everybody that if they don't like one song on that album, then they can give it back, because there's at least one style of music in there that somebody's going to gravitate to. So
that's really cool.
It's pretty exciting.
Was that your idea going in, or was that just kind of how things?
Well, I've been playing live music in the area for a number of years, and because I kind of have developed this all request format.
The human jukebox. For those of you who don't know Chris Weiser,
just plug him in.
He's the man.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's funny. That's really funny. Well, that's a compliment. But because I've done that, you know, the diversity of the music that I've kind of grown to love over the years is pretty diverse, and really have enjoyed doing a wide variety of music. So I write a wide variety of music, and that's what I wanted to kind of showcase on this album. Guy sitting next to me, Dan Cannon, pestered me relentlessly about my original music until I said, well, you're right, I should probably get the stuff recorded. So I'm very appreciative of that. So.
Is this your first album?
It's my first all original album that's a solo project. So
that's crazy.
It's very exciting.
That's so cool. Getting to hear the mixes the past few months has been like incredible, watching it all come together and listening to it, and I would have never guessed that this is the first go around, man. Well, it's really cool. We're excited about it. Absolutely. That's cool. So is this like years in the works then? What brought you to making the decision to do the album?
Well, as I mentioned, I started playing with Dan a couple of years ago, and I played on stage one night a song, and he's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, that's just one of my songs. He's like, what are you talking about?
He had me fooled. It was actually a very good song, and hearing him play that, I was like, why aren't you recording this?
Yeah.
And he just shrugged and be a little bashful about it, but
be an artist about it,
Exactly, but I have no problem just pestering, and I just kept pestering him until finally, I think the only reason he recorded is he just didn't want to listen to me pestering him. But truthfully,
it was that bad.
But truthfully, he just had such a wide range of music, very good songs, good structure, and I felt this was just the perfect time. And I don't want to speak for Chris, but he did have a lot of material over the years, and he might have grabbed a bit from here, a bit from there.
Sure, that's how it works.
Yeah. And then he'd drive over to my house at like 1 a.m. and just play me a new bridge that he just wrote.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was excited, and
that's cool.
The more I heard, the more I knew that this would be a great project, and I'm just very grateful to have even been a part of it, and
thank you.
Really awesome.
Very honored to be on it. So
very nice, and be almost like the spark of it too, though. Everybody needs that little kick, and support really is what it is.
Absolutely,
and appreciation.
Absolutely.
This area alone has so many tremendous musicians.
It's incredible.
And to move here from an area that had tremendous musicians, the Motor City area, and then to come here and have so many people clustered in such a small area that are that good, and basically everybody we knew played on the album.
Yeah.
So other than the guy sitting in this chair, everybody on that album was just phenomenal. A lot of great musicians, and it was just an honor to be a part of that. And
That's
I thank
really
Chris
cool.
for that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been fun to surround myself
Incredible
with
stuff.
people that are better than me. So it's
Well,
really cool.
People consider you one of like the greats in the area.
thanks,
All of you guys, everybody that's been involved in this project and everything.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
It's cool. This building is breeding some pretty cool stuff. I think everybody's a little more inspired than
Yeah.
we have been in the past few years. So,
And really, this is a world-class studio to have 2 streets over from where I live.
Wow, it's crazy.
I can't even imagine.
And we talked a little off
We
camera
did.
too. I mean, I live 5 blocks over that way. Ask me 2 years ago, you know,
yeah.
if I'd be meeting all these different people under these circumstances, you know, and all
No
that.
way.
It's just, I mean, the community is definitely growing, so it's nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's good to be a part of it.
It's really fun to be a part of that community. Absolutely.
Cool. Well, we'll get to the first song then.
Great.
I'm excited to hear it. It's Solace, right? No. Sorry, we switched it around.
Yeah, we did switch it around.
All That I Have.
All That I Have. Yes, this is a song that it's probably one of the older songs in the album, but I wrote a bridge section for it within the last couple of years, and it's kind of finished up the song and kind of turned it around a little bit. So it's very different than it started. So
Cool. And what's the album? I'm sorry.
No.
What's the album name?
it's called Casually Intense.
Casually Intense. That's right. That's cool.
I was going to say, maybe you should tell the story behind the song, because it really
Yeah, well, it's
doesn't work without the story.
it's a song that I actually wrote for my cousin Rick and his wife Kelly. When I first met them, they told me the story of how they met, and you know, Rick was youthful and energetic and full of vigor, and Kelly was the balance and the stability in his life at that time. And he was just talking about how she changed his life and how grateful he was for that. And hearing their story was just beautiful. I'm like, man, it was very inspiring. So I put it into words and
That's really cool.
and wrote the song. So Rick and Kelly, I hope you can hear this one of these days. So.
Oh, they will. They will. All right, cool. This is All That I Have by Chris Weiser. Take it away, Blue.
I'm not sure that I'd seen it all when I met you, girl. Just another pretty face. So how was I to know that you would change my life when you could have turned away? And even through the bad times, you saw the good in me. Even through your tears, I know that days filled with change. And day by day things rearrange themselves so naturally. All that I have is yours, for you to share with me. All that I have is yours. I'm a little older now, nothing that I used to be. Something wild, been subdued, the God that I've had you. Even when I've been misguided, stay with me when I went wrong. And the things we had to share, we could have failed, but it made us strong. I know that things will always change, but there's one thing I hope will never change, and that's you. All that I have is yours, for you to share with me. All that I have is yours. All that I have is yours, for you to share with me. All that I have
You are tuned into the hippest radio station in the Tri-Cities area. This is Walk the Beat Radio on 103.5 WAWL. I'm your host for today, Elijah Russ. Before we get started, I have a couple people to thank. DeBoer Bauman and Company, Big Signs, Ricinga Building Center, and Quality Hardwood Floor Installations. Thank you guys very much. I'm here with Chris Weiser and Andy. Is it
Freisinger?
Is it Freisinger? Because that's how I say it, but I've heard people say it other ways, and I'm like, yeah.
You're the only one that does it
check
right.
myself. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's actually like kind of a topic around town. No one knows how to say your name right.
That's it. You can call me whatever.
Cool. How's it going?
Good.
Good. Waking up from a little nap?
Mm-hmm.
Feel good?
Refreshed.
Yeah, it's hard not to sleep when all this stuff's going on outside.
Right.
I wasn't ready for it at all. It just hit so hard, so fast. But it's good. Cool. So, how do you guys know each other? You guys probably go back, right?
Yeah, a few years.
2 years.
We were introduced, I think, Pat
Pat.
introduced us.
Yeah, I was playing at Portobello's. He was playing at Theater Bar, and Pat said, "Come over and sing with this guy." I had a few drinks, and I was like, "Okay." And he kindly let me get up there with him.
That's cool.
That was really fun.
How long ago was that?
Gosh,
It had to be like
five, 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. So it hasn't
Yeah,
been
it's not
too
too
long.
long.
Right on.
Andy impressed me because he was just making up lyrics on the spot.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are good at that.
Off cuff.
Off color.
Yeah.
He made me laugh so hard I about fell off the stage. But that's another story. It was really, really funny. So
That's awesome. Yeah, for those of you listening, these guys play every Thursday down at the Grand Army Brewing Company. Well, do they consider it for there or just the whole building in general?
well, I think that they have to hear us.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Yeah, they have
one
no
big-
choice.
Yeah, right on. But yeah, it's good stuff down there. I've been down there a couple times. Probably should go a little more often, but it's always a riot. You guys are hilarious. And the music is awesome. I mean, you guys both play really well together.
Thank you.
You know, for just like acoustic guitar and saxophone and your harmonies and
We have a lot of
all
fun.
that.
It's fun.
That's good stuff. What you been up to, Andy? I know you're working on a few different things.
Me? I'm finishing up a record with Joe and Scott.
Starman.
And I've been painting a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a bunch of your stuff online. How'd that show go?
Good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
I didn't know he did this much.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I've been a little bit obsessive about it. I've been painting a lot lately. But
It's amazing stuff.
thanks, man.
That's cool. Well, all right, so in terms of this new album, Casually Intense, your new album, how did everything get started and how are you guys involved with each other in the planning, the creation of everything, all that? We're interested.
Andy actually had me play on a couple tracks on his CD a couple of years ago, and
Oh, I went to the release of that.
he was very generous of his time, and I really enjoyed the process of the recording process, and he was really inspirational and kind of just doing it because I've been thinking about it and talking about it for a long time. So
Yeah.
it's very, very encouraging. I probably wouldn't be here without Andy's support and Dan's support.
That's
It's just
cool.
been very, very helpful and inspirational in that. So very,
Thanks,
very
man.
appreciative.
That's cool. So, like, more specifically, like, for people who are interested in the writing process and all that, like, what did each of you bring to the table, and I guess what did you really like that the other brought, you know?
I didn't bring anything to the table as far as writing goes. I don't think. I put some horn parts down.
Well, yeah, but that's a big contribution too, though, you know?
I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody knows how to write horn parts and stuff, you know? That's
Yeah,
a big deal.
The song that we just played, All That I Have, Andy wrote all the parts for it, and then we had a couple of horn players come in and kind of do the harmony parts too. What Andy laid down as the core track of the horn track, and it just turned out really punchy,
That's really cool.
really strong. I was really pleased.
That's cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it sounded great. And
definitely great. So.
Right
Are
on.
you sure you didn't write those parts? Oh, you did. I thought you were saying it to me, and I don't remember.
That's cool though. So everything's all done now. What are you trying to get finished up? It's just a few more things.
Yeah, we
right?
we really just need to finish up some of the paperwork and those types of things. We just set up a publishing company. Looking forward to having that finalized, and then we just need to actually make the physical CDs. So looking forward to that.
Very nice.
Very, very exciting. So
That'll be cool. Yeah, that's great. Everything's mastered then already?
everything's mastered.
Man, it's just sitting. It's like
Just
a
sitting,
little
waiting.
pile of gold. That's awesome. Cool. Well, let's get to another song then.
Okay.
This one is Solace, and,
Yes, it is.
and this is number 9 off of the new album, Casually Intense.
It is.
Give us a little background.
Well, I had this idea for this progression, this chord progression, but I really didn't have any lyrics to go with it. And I met a young lady. Her name is May Hill. Actually, I think on one of the Thursday nights at the Armory, and she mentioned that she was a lyricist. I'm like, really? I want to see some of your lyrics. And so she was kind enough to share some lyrics. So she wrote all the verses on this song.
Very nice.
And I wrote the line for the chorus, so we kind of co-wrote the lyrics on that. And the feel of the song really had some kind of jazz-inspired sensibilities. And Andy has a friend. His name is Terrence Massey.
Oh yeah, I got to meet him when he came in and did those parts.
He's just an amazing horn player.
Wow,
And,
yeah.
Andy hooked me up, introduced me, and.
He's a good guy.
And he laid down the horn part for this particular track, and it really brings the song to life.
Very nice. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Thank you.
All right, so this is Solace by Chris Weiser. Blue, take it away for us, please.
Better than I know myself, pretending not to hear when I refuse your help. If I ask you to go, you wouldn't want to leave. You find no value in what is best for me. If you're seeking solace now, please find the help you need. Right now it's time for you to leave. I'm not someone who longs for things that I can't have. When something's good, then go. I don't need it back. If you're seeking solace, please find the help you need. Right now it's time for you to leave. If you're seeking solace now, please take some time to grieve. Right now it's time for you to leave. Misjudge your projections, it was all just fantasy. Level expectations, and please stop blaming me. If you're seeking solace now, please find the help you need. Right now it's time for you to leave.
You are tuned into the hippest radio station in the Tri-Cities area. This is Walk the Beat Radio on 103.5 WAWL. I'm your host for today, Elijah Russ, and I'm here with Chris Weiser and Andy Freisinger. Before we get started, I have a couple people to thank. Ricinga Building Center, DeBoer Bauman and Company, Big Signs, and Quality Hardwood Floor Installation. So thank you guys. Wow, that was a really, really good song.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like I've heard this stuff. Like I said, I mean, you did the album here, and I have an office here, so I get to like walk in and out and hear it, But it's cool to hear it all like mastered and
thank you.
The final stuff. I mean, there's just so many different styles to it. It sounds very cultured,
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you deserve it too. I think you spent a lot of time devising all that, and I mean, it should be shown.
Thank you.
Too, I mean, thank you for making it, and giving us stuff to listen to, I think it's backwards how that works with artists nowadays. You're like, thanks for listening to my stuff. Like, no way, we should be thanking you for making it, I mean, it's something that not a lot of people can do, and it's an age-old thing that is losing its luster, So it's nice to hear the goods coming from home,
Thanks.
Right on. So what inspired that song? I mean, lyrically, for the sound, are the two one and the same, or?
I can't really speak. Really, I don't want to put words into May's mouth as far as what she was thinking, as far as the lyrics to it. But it has a bit of a sharp edge to it, as far as lyrically. But it's from a perspective that's high enough out that you can kind of draw your own conclusions about the intent of the song. But I just kind of like the darkness and the smokiness of the feel of the song.
Yeah.
It kind of places me in like an old...
Like an underground jazz club?
Underground jazz club in like the 1930s.
Yeah.
Probably doing something... maybe illegal during Prohibition or something like
nefarious.
that. Yeah. So it just kind of has that darkness to it.
That's cool. And now that you say that too, it really does paint that picture very well. So that's cool, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are there a lot of co-writers on this one?
No, not really. That song in particular, May co-wrote with me, and then one other song. She actually wrote all the lyrics, and I just wrote the music.
Cool.
Other than that, the words and music are mine exclusively for the other 8 tracks. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you just you had other people come in and kind of shoot their ideas down, and you kind of produce the whole thing and
I had
overseeing or whatever.
I had a rough idea of kind of what I had in mind for each song, but like for all that I have, Andy's horn part really made that come to life. I just kind of shared with them a couple of style ideas, and you guys went with it. It turned out amazing.
That's really cool. Yeah. And so is it, I mean, you have the basic ideas. Do you guys all get together and kind of just like, maybe play it in different styles, or somebody will do something and you're like, stop, keep doing that, and then maybe put the focus around that idea? I mean, how does it work for you? I mean, you guys are like the pros, I'm curious.
Was there a lot of live tracking? Just a couple tunes, right? Or was it basically just laying individual tracks?
I mean, we laid down the rhythm track, I think, bass, drums, guitar, for I think almost all the tracks. We tried to record them live, and of course the guitar became a scratch track, but and then we just kind of overdubbed the other parts on top of that.
I gotcha.
So actually the next song is a really, really good example of that. Andy's sister was kind enough to sing on it, and there's so much different instrumentation on it. There's a dobro.
Oh, nice.
There's a violin. There's a stand-up bass, double bass. There's a guitar track, and then it's a duet.
Very nice.
So it's
getting that old folk sound.
It has definitely a bluegrass folk-inspired feel to it.
Very nice.
But it's an interesting bookend to the other styles of music on the album, because it's so different than Solace, and
that's cool.
So different than all that I have as far as.
Now, while these were developing, and I'm curious about this too, did did the moods ever change? Like, did you like start to work on a song and then maybe, something happened where you're like, well, maybe we should change the mood or change the tempo drastically, or, whatever to make it fit for, what you were feeling at the time?
It was certainly an evolving process. I mean, like I said, I got to watch kind of Andy go through the process of recording with his album, and kind of saw how the songs evolved over the course of the recording of the tracks, and kind of modeled that in a similar process. But certainly stylistically, some of the songs are very, very different than they ended up being. The last song, Solace, started up in a different key, different tempo, and it changed very dramatically. Yeah,
and that's what I mean too, because I mean, you get into it and then just continue to get inspired.
Absolutely.
It's such a beautiful thing. It's great.
Certainly the artistic part of it. It's really, really fun.
Great stuff, man. Well, let's get to it then. I want to hear this last track.
Great.
This is Carry Me Back Home.
Carry Me Back Home.
And what number is that on the album?
It is track number 4.
Track number 4 on the album. So this is Carry Me Back Home off of Casually Intense by Chris Weiser. Blue, take it away, please.
Carry me back home. Carry me back home. Carry me back home when the day is done. Carry me back home. Carry me back home. Carry me back home when the day is done. All my life I've been waiting for you, waiting for you to change my life. All my life I've been waiting for you, waiting for you to be my wife.
Carry me back home. Carry me back home. Carry me back home when the day is done.
Carry me back home.
Carry me back home.
Carry me back home.
Carry me back home.
Carry me back home when the day is done. Carry me back home.
Carry me back home.
Carry me back home.
Carry me back home.
Carry me back home when the day is done. All my life I've been waiting for you, waiting for you to change my life. All my life I've been waiting for you, waiting for you to be my wife. Carry me back home. Carry me back home. Carry me back home when the day is done.
You are tuned in to the hippest radio station in the Tri-Cities area. This is Walk the Beat Radio on 103.5 WAWL. I'm your host for today, Elijah Russ. I'm here with Chris Weiser and Andy Freisinger. It's been good getting to sit with you guys for a little bit.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for coming out, It's good. You guys are some of my heroes, if I can say that, or just, inspirational people in the area, It's good to be around, for sure. Chris's new album is going to be coming out after the beginning of 2017, correct?
It's probably going to be, December or January.
Cool,
Yeah,
right on.
looking forward to it.
It's called Casually Intense. You got to hear 3 songs off of it today, a little sneak peek. And just really glad that that stuff's coming out of here. You know, we've been talking about it too. It's just a really good community of musicians and like-minded thinkers. You know, people who just want to create and have a good time, live on the beach, do the thing. You know.
To that point, we should probably give a shout out to Joe Hedinga, who was
absolutely
the producer of the album itself, and as well as Bill Chrysler for having this beautiful studio available for us to use.
Absolutely.
Just an amazing place to work and good people to be around. So very, very appreciative of that.
Oh, it's so nice that this place is happening, for sure. So thank you guys for coming out. I got some people to thank before we sign out. First, our underwriters, Ricinga Building Center, DeBoer Bauman and Company, Big Signs and Quality Hardwood Floor Installation. Dave Darling for doing our video. Blue Van Dyke for doing our audio. Dan Cannon for doing the first segment with us. Chris Weiser, Andy Freisinger, Bill Chrysler and Third Coast Recording Company for letting us use the space, and Dave Palmer for having the show available for us to do. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and don't forget to listen local.
The Walk the Beat radio show is recorded in Grand Haven, Michigan. Production and engineering provided by Blue Van Dyke. Featuring your host, Dave Palmer.